In 1968, the U.S. Army's Charlie Company, part of Task Force Barker, had been taking heavy casualties from the Vietcong. They were frustrated. Morale was in the dirt. They were angry, seething. They had been told that a certain village called My Lai was a Viet Cong stronghold. It was chaos. These tired, frustrated soldiers were given the order that everybody's the enemy. Do what you gotta do. So Charlie Company made it to My Lai, walked into the village. This was March 16th, 1968 at 7 a.m. And when they walked into the village, they didn't face any resistance. There were no Viet Cong waiting for them. There was no sniping, nothing. No U.S. casualties. But see, by that point, the soldiers, mad, frustrated, angry, brutally interrogated the people of that village. And they rounded all of them up, 500 unarmed Vietnamese civilians, mostly women, children, and elderly. And when they didn't get what they wanted, because these people weren't Viet Cong, they weren't harboring anyone, the soldiers systematically began a massacre. They shot people in groups. One of the soldiers, Lieutenant William Calley, ordered his soldiers to kill between 150 and 200 people in a ditch. These people were terrified, out of their minds with fear. They violently raped dozens of women and girls. Some of those girls were no older than 12. Their mothers had to see this. And then it was their turn. But even that wasn't good enough. They burned down the entire village. The Army tried to cover it up. They said that 128 Viet Cong had been killed in combat. What they didn't count on was Hugh Thompson, the helicopter pilot who saw it all. He landed and threatened to unalive U.S. soldiers if they didn't stop. That pilot rescued people, civilians. And in 1969, the story broke with pictures. The Army couldn't cover it up anymore. 26 soldiers were charged. One was convicted. The lieutenant who gave the orders, William Calley, was originally sentenced to life in prison, but he only served 3.5 years under house arrest. After hundreds of terrified, unarmed children, women, and elderly villagers. Hugh Thomas, the helicopter pilot, he and his crew were finally given the recognition as heroes, given medals 30 years later in 1998. Those orders that Lieutenant Calley gave them were illegal orders, and if they hadn't have followed them, hundreds of people would have lived. You can't defend the undefeated.